Hi, friends. This is where the fun begins. Well, welcome to One Adam 12. I'm Adam, and today we're talking about the top 5 most wanted Star Wars hot toys. But before we count down the top 5 most wanted Star Wars hot toys for our collections, I'd be honored if you'd take a moment to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and smash that bell for notifications when new videos break. I'd really appreciate it. As a lifelong Star Wars fan, I got into collecting hot toys and 1/6 figures based on my love for everything from a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. We're blessed to have many Star Wars hot toys figures to choose from to own and display. Clearly, the Star Wars IP is a top priority for hot toys, based on the avalanche of new announcements in just this year alone so far. There's a lot of great Star Wars characters that truly deserve Hot Toys figures that I'd like to see produced and that would look amazing on the shelf, such as Admiral Akbar, Ki-Adi-Mundi, Plo Koon, Aayla Secura, and Greedo, just to name a few. But for this video, I'm going to focus on what I believe are the top 5 characters that would have widespread appeal among fans and should be priorities for Hot Toys to produce. Before we do that, I just want to suggest a couple of honorable mentions. The first honorable mention is Anakin Skywalker from Phantom Menace. Now, I know some people, they don't want to have a child figure on their shelf. I get it. But if Hot Toys is producing a Padawan Ahsoka Tano, I think they can do a little Annie from Episode 1. Maybe they can have him come in a 2-pack with Sebulba. The other honorable mention that I believe merits a Hot Toys figure is Cassian Andor. Now, for my money, Rogue One and Andor are the best Disney Star Wars we've gotten so far. Now, don't get me wrong, I love The Mandalorian and the spin-off shows, but Rogue One and Andor so far are the pinnacle of quality under the Disney ownership of Star Wars. Hot Toys has produced several Rogue One figures, but no Cassian Andor figure. I'm hoping that this is rectified by the time Andor Season 2 comes out next year. In fact, I'd like to see several figures from the Andor show, like Luthen, Bix, and Kino Loy. So now that we've set the table, let's get right to that top 5 list. Now, coming in at number 5 on the list is Padawan Obi-Wan Kenobi from Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Obi-Wan is one of the most important and beloved characters in the Star Wars universe. We already have figures of him from A New Hope and Revenge of the Sith, and we just got releases from the Clone Wars and the Mandalorian versions of Obi-Wan. Both of those coming out soon, and we have a figure from the Obi-Wan Kenobi TV show coming down the pike. We really need an Obi-Wan figure from his introduction as a Padawan Jedi in Episode 1. With Hot Toys announcing figures coming out celebrating the 25th anniversary of The Phantom Menace, I think it's a safe bet we'll see this sooner rather than later. It's certainly a no-brainer to me. Now, number 4 on the top 5 most wanted Star Wars Hot Toys figures, Luke and Leia from A New Hope Throne Room. Yeah, I know, I cheated a little with having 2 figures on this as number 4, but it's from the same scene, so I'm counting it as 1. We already have Han Solo in his outfit from A New Hope, other than the Stormtrooper disguise. We have that too. But we don't yet have figures of Princess Leia and Luke Skywalker in their outfits from the medal ceremony. Now, we could stand to see a 2.0 Han from A New Hope, but there's another Han that I believe should take priority first that I'll discuss. The Throne Room medal ceremony is a crucial scene in the original Star Wars film and truly needs 1/6 representation, perhaps in both artisan and sculpted form for Luke and Leia. Number 3 on the list, Queen Amidala from Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. As a leader of the Republic, secret wife of Anakin Skywalker, and mother to Luke and Leia, Padme Amidala is a key character in the prequels. We just got an awesome figure of her from Attack of the Clones, An artisan and sculpted version of her in her regal queen attire from episode 1 would really pop on our shelves. Now, there's a recent third-party figure of her out there, but I want to see what the expert craftsmen of Hot Toys can do with this figure. Number 2, now this one's going to be a controversial one, but let's have at it. Jar Jar Binks. Now, I'm an original trilogy guy, okay? That's what I grew up with. When Phantom Menace first came out, my initial reaction to Jar Jar was like a lot of original trilogy fans. WTF? What is with this guy? In the past 25 years, though, I've actually grown to like the character, who was clearly meant to appeal to kids, not 20-somethings like I was when I first saw it. It certainly helped eventually endear Jar Jar to me when he was the first character my daughter latched onto when she saw Star Wars for the first time, the Star Wars films. When it comes to the recent reevaluation of Jar Jar, it kind of reminds me of the story of the late Red Sox player Bill Buckner.
Little roller up along first, behind the bag, it gets through Buckner, here comes Knight and the Mets win it!
As a lifelong Red Sox fan, you can see I have my hoodie on here. I think of Jar Jar Binks kind of like Bill Buckner. Many baseball fans unfairly blamed Buckner for the Sox losing the 1986 World Series to the Mets. The reality is, Buckner wasn't the sole reason the Sox lost. And I'll never forget years later, after the Sox finally broke the curse of the Bambino and won the World Series in 2004, Bill Buckner came back to Fenway Park, and people held signs, and the Boston Herald had headlines that read, "All is forgiven." Now, given the terrible online bullying that Ahmed Best, who played Jar Jar, received, and fan anger at the Star Wars sequels, and some other decisions in this current Disney era, I think fans have rethought their antipathy towards Jar Jar and reached a kind of all is forgiven moment of zen with the character. Misa thinks we deserve a Jar Jar figure. And now, the moment you've been waiting for. The number 1 most wanted Star Wars Hot Toys figure. Drum roll, please. Bespin Han Solo. Many people, myself included, believe The Empire Strikes Back is the greatest Star Wars film of all and one of the greatest movies of all time. Han Solo, in his Bespin jacket, is such an iconic look for the character. While I appreciate that we're getting an Endor Han next year, it's clear from reading comments and speaking with fellow collectors that people have been clamoring for Bespin Han Hot Toys for years. Hopefully, we'll see this one soon. Well, that's my top 5 most wanted Star Wars Hot Toys figures list. The beauty of Star Wars is there's just so many characters that are so awesome that people want to see, and it's so hard narrowing down this list to just 5 because, let's face it, we want them all. Now let me know what your top 5 most wanted Star Wars Hot Toys figures are in the comments down below. And while you're down there, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and smash that bell for notifications. Thank you for watching, and may the Force be with you.